All right, everybody. Hi again. Bill Phillips here, and it is the 9-minute Phill-Up. And of course, my head is in the way. I have to duck out of the way a little bit. Oh, going the wrong way. Okay, that is Valley Converting, sponsor of the 9-minute Phill-Up. Of course, Mike Biasi and the crew in Toronto, Ohio, T-Town, the gem city of Toronto, Ohio. Can't thank Valley Converting enough for all that they do for the 9-minute Phill-Up. Jordan, our counter's not going. There we go. There it is. There it is. Now we're on the clock. Now, the great thing is we are here on this Earth Day, National Earth Day 2025, a day that began back in the early 70s, and had a lunchbox, Earth Day lunchbox. And right now, Nico Petrides in North Carolina and Ethan Pappas here in the studio, the Digital Content Center, as we like to call it, the Don Nacho Man Sloan Digital Content Center. Are both wondering, why is Bill talking about lunchboxes that he had when he was in elementary school? Well, it's National Earth Day lunchbox, and it was just this white lunchbox, had all these cool-looking symbols on it, and it was great, a lot of fun. But what we are more excited about today is the fact that Ethan and Nico are getting ready for Brawl in the Burgh 28 this weekend. Gentlemen, it is fast approaching, and we can't thank you enough for joining us. And Ethan, you're going to be making your debut this weekend. And Nico, fight number 5 professionally this weekend. And, there's a couple other Big Red guys on the card as well. Bronco Busick and Sean Livingston. And if you remember, everybody, last week we talked with Bronco and Sean, had a great conversation with them, and looking forward to another great conversation today with Nico and Ethan. And Nico, we'll start with you down in the Carolinas. Welcome aboard. And, how is everything? How's the training going?
Everything's going great. Can't complain. I'm blessed with one of the best teams around me. I have a great support system back home down here. This camp has truly been one of the most exciting camps I've had. Weight cut this week going super easy, and just, embracing everything of fight week and getting back up to Pittsburgh and showing everyone what I'm capable of doing.
All right. So, Nico, thank you, and thank you for joining us, and welcome. And Ethan, your debut this weekend. Now, Nico was talking about his prep as he goes into this final week. What's your prep into this final week? Are you worried about cutting weight? Do you have to do that? Are you just fine-tuning your game? Where are you?
A little bit of both. I have to cut like 10, 11 pounds still.
Okay.
But me being a wrestler my whole life, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not a problem. Not a problem. So, the steam room, just some running.
Yeah. Running to get the sweat going.
Mm-hmm.
Then after you get the sweat going, hop in the sauna and then sweat the rest out.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. I'll tell you what, Nico's down there where it's 88 degrees. And every time I look up, his pat is like, that's the thing. You've got, he doesn't even have to go in the steam room.
No,
He's got his own steam room down there.
I just go outside.
Well, let's talk about this, Nico. You've got your 5th fight now, and just so everybody's clear, it's the Brawl in the Burgh 28 MMA at CFS Bank Event Center, and it is this Saturday at 7 o'clock, April 26th, 7 o'clock. The doors open at 5:30 if you're going to the event. If you have tickets already, national anthem is at 6:55, 5 minutes before 7, and then the opening bell for the first fight is at 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's presented by 247 Fighting Championships. And Nico and Ethan, I was looking at the ticket availability. You guys seem to have filled the place. I mean, it looks like there's going to be a packed house for you guys.
Yeah, most definitely. One thing that I've learned from being in this game and just playing sports and being from Steubenville, the Steubenville blood runs deep. That they like to support. There's 4 of us on the card, so they're definitely coming out up to Pittsburgh to support. So we're very excited to put on a show for them.
Now you've been in front of these crowds before, 4 other times. Ethan, this is going to be your first time, but having, as you mentioned, wrestled at Big Red, over 100 wins, multiple state qualifier. You're used to performing in front of big crowd. You go to the state tournament, there's thousands and thousands of people at those tournaments. And of course, the OVAC, always a big crowd. But as you get ready for this first weekend, What are your thoughts? How are you going to be ready for that? Or is it just, I want to stay in my cocoon and block everything out?
I mean, it's basically like me going up to my gym in Pittsburgh and having a sparring day. It's the same thing. You can't overthink it. And it's just like me and Sean when we go in the squads. It's another day in the office. If you want to have like big goals and big dreams of, like you said last week, fighting on UFC, main event in these big arenas, then I mean, even though it is a big crowd, but compared to those venue and events, this would be nothing if you really want to fight at that high level.
Yeah. Nico, same thought process. It doesn't matter how many people are there. If there's one person there or 100,000, I got to get in the ring with one guy and come up with a win.
At the end of the day, you know, my opponent signed on the dotted line thinking he can beat me and vice versa. So it's kind of, the crowd is just an extra plus, whether it's 1,000 or back alley of some street. It's at the end of the day, I have a job to do. I got to go in there and take care of my job, and hopefully the fans are a bonus.
Yeah. Now, Ethan, you mentioned Sean. When I talked to him last week along with Bronco, he mentioned that you guys have the opportunity to get together, work out together, get some, road work in, get some sparring in. How much of a benefit has that been that you guys can work together? And it's, a guy that or it's a guy that but it's also a guy with the same background in terms of, this is how I came up, this is how he came up. So we know what to expect as you get ready to work out.
It's a huge benefit, because the days when me and him can't make it to a gym in Pittsburgh, then we can go in his squads and get it in. And it's good to have somebody that will hold you accountable, because there's some days we have to go at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. because we have to work long hours. And there's some days that like I don't want to go, but he holds me accountable when I'm being soft, or vice versa. So it's good to have somebody to fall back on, because I know when I'm in the hating life at 5 a.m., like he's also hating life. But I mean, since there's no point to complain about it.
Yeah. Now you mentioned your gym in Pittsburgh. Let's give a shout out to your gym. What's your gym in Pittsburgh that you work out, and what are the coaches and other MMA fighters that you get to work with up there? What's that situation like? Yeah,
my Pittsburgh gym's called the Pittsburgh Academy. The head guy name is Connor Worthy. He fought in the UFC. He had 5 fights. He actually was on the co-main event of UFC Fight Night, and Coach Deep is the assistant coach up there. But to have those people like Connor that fought in the UFC, he's been on the big stage. He won bonus of the night. So when he's telling me, hey, you look good, champ. Hey, you're ready. Like, this is your moment. Like, when he's telling me that, a guy that's been there and seen it all, I have no reason to doubt myself. I have no reason to, like, second guess myself or be nervous.
All right. Nico, same thing to you. Your gym down in North Carolina. Let's give a shout out to him. I know you're down in the Durham area. What's it been like? Who are the guys you're working with, and how much of a benefit is it?
It's amazing. Big shout out to Elevate MMA Academy, my coach Cody Malte, 2 of my training partners that are going to be cornering me, Cheyenne Coker and Jake Valdez, are coming up with me. It's huge to have people in my corner that I get to actually spar against and train with. My coach DeJuan Owens. And I also got to give a big shout out to Bronco. Bronco has been a big brother to me in this sport and a mentor, and he's actually the one that steered me on this path. So without Bronco Busick, there is no Nico Petridis in this sport. So I have to give a big thanks to him.
It seems like it's a team effort. The big red guys are all working together. I got your back, you got my back. All right, want to remind everybody, Brawl in the Burgh 28 MMA at CFS Bank Event Center, Saturday the 26th at 7. Doors open at 5:30. 6:55 National Anthem, 7 o'clock opening bell, presented by 247 Fighting Championships. And of course, it is the 9-minute Phill-Up, presented by, which way am I leaning again, Jordan? This way. Presented by Valley Converting, right over our shoulder. Ethan, you see this Valley Converting right over here?
Yeah.
So, you guys been up to T-Town, to Gem City? Maybe got some pizza up there? Yeah, we'll have to ask you. Save that. We'll figure out what the best pizza is up in Toronto. You guys can give us a review, and we'll talk about that. But right now, we're going to hear from Mike Biasi and his crew from Valley Converting.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story. Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to value converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
Recycle for your future.
Can't thank Mike Biasi and his crew enough. Of course, they do the 9-Minute Phill-Up sponsor for that. And if you have paper products that you need recycled, tax season's over. You want to get rid of those receipts? I'm not an accountant, but maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. But if you decide that you want to, get rid of them. Take them. If you have a book, you guys have any books? You're just like, okay, I've read this book 7 times. Take the value converting, they'll give it new life. But anyways, we have some interested spectators on the 9-Minute Phill-Up today for both of you gentlemen. Let's put it up. 24/7 Fighting Championships have checked in. This is going to be an insane show Saturday. Can't get here quickly enough. Okay, guys. Can it get here quickly enough? Or are you guys anxious? Or are you like, okay, just taking my time. Need to get the final finishes on it. Or you're already looking to, I just want to get in that ring and get going. I'll open that up to either one of you wants to take it.
Personally, this is my 11th time doing this between amateur and professional. I've learned to embrace the whole process. Fight week is selfishly, it's about the fighter. They're on their time. They get to do interviews with great people like you guys, get to answer all the DMs and the good lucks, cut the weight, we just get to embrace the process. Selfishly, it's about us. So I personally love the whole week. Saturday's going to come, and when Saturday comes, there's a job to do, but I'm embracing Tuesday today. And then when Wednesday comes, every single day is just a blessing that I get to really embrace this week.
It's like a big red game day on a Friday night at Harding Stadium, right? You got to build up the week as you're going along, and then all of a sudden it gets there and Hell's Bells comes on. And next thing you know, you're running out from underneath the flag going, let's go, everybody. And you got a crowd going crazy. So Ethan, same question for you. Are you just taking your time? I mean, because this is new in terms of going into an event like this, or do you have your set routine that you're pretty much used to because you've had so much experience in big events?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same. Just do my job, don't overthink it, stay calm, relax, and it's just like any other day when I go up and spar. Just take it like that. Don't make it bigger than what it is, and just enjoy it.
All right, now I have a question for both of you. Now, Nico, I don't recall you being a wrestler in high school or at Big Red, but I do recall, baseball, football, college baseball, football player. Ethan, you were at over 100 wins in Big Red in terms of wrestling, multi-state qualifier. So you guys are coming at this, even that you've been started a little bit longer, you're coming at it from 2 different perspectives, 2 different angles. What has it been like? At some point, Nico, when do you go, you know what? This cage fighting, this MMA, I'm thinking this might be a good idea. I might get punched in the face a couple times, but I might knock some people out or submit some people. When did that process come into your head? We went, let's give it a shot. Because you don't necessarily have like a football player. I can see baseball players. We have the worst fights. If there's a brawl on the field, everyone just stands around hugging each other. I got you. No, don't touch me. I got you. Baseball players aren't fighters, as long as I can remember. But when did this change for you when you thought, this is what I want to get into?
COVID, Bronco Busick, we were sneaking off into an empty gym, and he would tell me I had 1 more year of eligibility to go back my senior season. And he was like, quit and just fight. And I mean, I knew nothing. He was Big Brother beating me up and down the mat. And then I was just like, I couldn't get that edge of competition once baseball was done. I did everything I possibly could in the game of baseball, and I knew my heart wasn't 110% there after our World Series run. So I was like, but I'm not done with competition. And I was like, let me knock some people out and submit some people.
There you go. Ethan, what about you? Now, you're coming from a perspective of a wrestler. You're used to that hand-to-hand combat for years and years and years. Was this just a logical step for you? Like, okay, I want to give this a shot.
Yeah, that and after college, I was basically bored.
Okay,
So,
all right.
so
Yeah.
I mean, if
Fair
I'm being
enough.
honest, yeah. If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
yeah. And I said, I mean, wrestling's a big part in
Mhm.
MMA. I already have
Mhm.
that down.
Yeah.
So well, why not get my feet wet in this?
Yeah, and that is something that you talk to. I had a friend of mine, a teammate of mine at the University of Miami, told me, and we were on a national title team together, and we talked on the phone, and it had been a while. And we were talking. I said, what are you doing? He said, well, he got into working at the fire station, became a firefighter, and he said he was looking for that team element, for that team feeling. And he goes, I've been searching for that since we finished playing baseball, and he hadn't been able to find it. So he was hoping maybe the fire, so I totally get what you guys are saying. Like, hey, I need that competition. I need that edge. What am I going to do to test myself? Maybe that might be the best way to put it. Like, how do I test myself? And maybe there's no other better way than, all right, we're going to get in a ring. I can't get out. You can't get out. There's a ref in there to make sure we don't cheat, but, or kick someone where I shouldn't kick them. But, I would imagine that might be a big part of it. Is just that juice that you get, the adrenaline rush. What's that like for when you guys are getting in the ring?
Honestly, I wish I could put it into words. Like, words won't do it justice. It's there's no other feeling like it. It's the one time where I feel like I have purpose and the whole world stops around me when I step in that cage, and it's just me in that moment. Whereas as I'm going about my everyday life, I'm still constantly thinking and my mind's running, but that's the one time my mind shuts off and I get to be who I am and show everyone what I'm capable of, and the whole world just stops around me. It's actually just such a beautiful feeling.
Mm-hmm. Ethan?
Yeah, basically what Nico said. It's basically everything that makes sense. Like how I'm at peace doing what I love.
All right. I want to remind everybody, big weekend this weekend. It is the Brawl in the Burgh 28 MMA at CFS Bank Event Center, Saturday, April 26th at 7. The location of the CFS Bank Event Center is 111 Gallatin Road, Bell Vernon, PA 15012. So if you are looking for tickets, you better get on the ticket sites to be able to order the tickets, because I looked today and it looks like there's few and far between left to get. So, and Nico, you mentioned before, the Ohio Valley likes to support Ohio Valley products. And we have four Big Red participants in this. Nico at 170. Ethan, you're going to be at 145 making your debut. And then Broncos at 215, and Sean is at 170 making his debut as well. Sean's going to take on Maxwell Snyder. Broncos taking on Dale Reed Jr. I believe there's a junior. And then Ethan, you have Jaden Wise. What do we know about Jaden Wise? I mean, I would imagine it's tough to scout if he's making his debut as well. Or do you have some scouting information on him?
No, I would have nothing. But I mean, if I do my job, then everything will take care of itself.
All right. And then Nico, you were taking on Brett Schoenfeld. What do we know anything from him? Have you seen any tape for him? What's he look like as a fighter?
Brett's a seasoned vet. He has 17 professional fights, as this is my 5th. So it's going to be a big test. But, I have my game plan. And when I feel like how I feel right now, I'm going to go out there and put on a show for everyone and take care of my job.
All right. So that's the big event coming up. Now, if you are looking for tickets, $50, that's a standing room only ticket, bleacher seats. The 150 seats where you're basically right up next to the cage, first 2 rows. As far as I can tell, those are gone. So you guys, it looks like you've sold out the place. So, so that I would imagine that is good news. And Nico, you have, as you mentioned before, baseball and football, NAIA World Series. So I would imagine the nerves, playing in the World Series, that can get the butterflies going in your stomach. You've been through this before. When you people ask me, well, do you get nervous before a show? And I'll say, no, I'm anxious. I want to get it going. We put in the prep work. You're at a Stanley Cup final or a Super Bowl or whatever it is, and you're just anxious to hope the show goes well and you don't mess it up or anything. What is the experience like when you go from, okay, I remember what it was like on Friday nights, I remember what it was like in that World Series, and now when you head to the ring, are the butterflies in there? Is it adrenaline, or is it an anxiousness because you want to get started? Where does your mind go? What is your how's your body react to the moment?
Yeah, I honestly wish, and I'm probably the worst person when people come and ask me this question. I wish I still kind of got nervous, but
Okay.
playing on a big stage with a World Series, we played in a football state championship game. It's almost like everyone was put on this earth for a purpose, and this is my purpose. So like it's truly like something that I enjoy doing. I just love making that walk to that cage. I love when the bell rings, everything about it. So I don't necessarily get nervous. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And that's not going in there and fighting someone. It's showing people from Steubenville, from these small towns, that if you put your head down and you go to work, you really can do whatever you want in this life just by hard work and a great support system. And that's what I get to do. And I'm very, very thankful for it.
Now Ethan's going into his first debut fight in MMA. If you had a bit of advice for him to get ready as he's going into the ring, what would it be?
I remember my first debut fight, so it would be trust your coaches and trust yourself. Right, you're the one that's locked in there with that guy. You've wrestled so many times, trust yourself. You know what to do. You've done it in sparring. The work's in the bank now. Now you get to have the fun part. So the reads you see in there and the timing and everything, embrace it and trust yourself. You know exactly what needs to be done and how to do it, and you'll be just fine.
And Ethan, if now I guess this is a question for both of you, but a question for the four of you. I didn't think of it last week when Bronco and Sean were here to ask them. Now everybody's got their own training regime. I know you're down in Carolina until tomorrow, and I think you come back, you make the trip. You're already here. You're getting ready for your final days. Sean's here. Bronco's here. Will you guys make a point to meet up maybe Thursday or Friday just to kind of all see each other, get together, just as you get ready to go up there? Or is it more, we'll see you up there, hopefully afterwards we all celebrate together?
It's a little bit of both. I've already reached out to Bronco. Bronco's, a lot of my amateur career I fought down here, so it's nice to come back from my professional career and fight in front of the hometown. So he helps me a lot with my weight cut. I do cut a lot of weight. So Bronco's, the one that's there with me while I'm cutting the weight until my team gets up Friday. But all the guys, right after we weigh in Friday, possibly go out to eat together and everything, rehydrate, refuel. It's not. There's four of us going in, and we're looking to go 4-0 on Saturday. Even though we're all from different gyms. We're all looking there to support. I'll be, as much as I can before warming up, I'll be watching their fights, and I'm sure they'll be watching mine. So it's not just one Steubenville kid; it's four of us, and we ride strong together.
Yeah, I always hear from Steubenville guys. Steubenville kids just a little bit different. Just a little bit different. Yeah, I hear that from Ian all the time. I haven't seen him in a ring yet, so I don't know about my son. He's like, I'm just gonna kick footballs, Dad. I don't need to. Do anything like that. We may have lost Nico. I don't know. Maybe I wonder if his battery died.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
maybe
thing.
His phone died.
All right. Well, Nico said he's had enough.
Yeah,
he's had enough of the 9-minute Phill-Up. So, Jordan, unless he pops back up, we'll see if he comes back. But Ethan, we'll finish it up with this because we never go 9 minutes. He probably thought we go 9-15 minutes or something like that. He'll have plenty of battery life.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. So Saturday night, you're getting ready to go. What are your goals in terms of the goal is to win the fight, obviously. But as you go through these next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then fight day, how's that game plan for you laid out? Is it to cut weight? Is it to spar a little bit more? What is your game plan as you get ready to get your hand raised on Saturday night? Oh, he's back. What happened?
Bronco,
what happened?
Bronco
Huh?
called me. Bronco called me.
Bronco. You know what? All right, I gotta call him after the show and yell at him. You know, he knew this. I told him last week this was coming up.
Yeah,
Come on,
I'll take care of him.
No, you know what? You were just talking about Bronco, you know, helping you out and getting ready. So no, it makes perfect sense. I just thought it was my fault because they always say it's a 9-minute fill-up. And it never goes 9 minutes. So I figured you had like 15 minutes of phone charge. You thought, I had plenty, but we always go a lot longer than that. So no, that's great that he called you. That's a perfect example of what you were just talking about. I was just asking Ethan what his game plan is now, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then to the eventuality of him getting his hand raised on Saturday night. How does that lay out the rest of the week?
I mean, at this point, it's just cutting weight of him feeling good. I mean, at this point, if you're not in shape or if you don't think you fixed the bad mistakes, I mean, what 4 days out? Yeah, I mean, his own. I mean, if you didn't cross your eyes and all that, then at this point, then it really don't matter.
No. Okay. Well, again, we have the Brawl in the Burgh 28 MMA at CFS Bank Event Center, Saturday, April 26th at 7. It's in Belle Vernon, PA. If you're looking for tickets, you better find them now because they're scarce. It's going to be a big crowd. Nico Petridis in North Carolina right now, where it's 88 degrees. He may be heading to the beach for all we know afterwards, get a little sun before he gets back in the ring. I don't know if Bronco would approve that or not. If you're going to the beach beforehand, he'd probably say, "Hey, get off your feet, though, right?"
Exactly.
Yeah, you get off your feet at the beach. It's not a bad thing. The sun's beating on you a little bit. You sweat a little. I don't know if that's really cutting weight. Maybe Jordan. That's the way I would do it. So, anyways, Nico's getting ready to fight Saturday. Ethan is getting ready for his debut, and then of course Bronco Busick and Sean Livingston, also from Steubenville, Big Red. And I'll leave it to you guys. Final thoughts, Ethan. Any final thoughts you want to share with everybody as you go into your first fight on Saturday?
No, just expect to have a fun night, and you're going to see 4 Simba people go 4-0.
All right, 4-0. I like it. Nico, 4-0 as well?
4-0.
All right, 4-0. Well, gentlemen, I can't thank you enough. Jordan's nodding her head. She's going, 4-0. We're going 4-0. She's ready. So 4-0 Saturday night. And I can't thank you guys enough for joining me on the 9-minute fill-up. Again, you know, you guys were thinking it was 9 minutes. It's probably, about a half hour now? Yeah, okay. 29:22. All right, so we can get out of here under a half hour. That might be a record. So anyways, can't thank Valley Converting enough for all the help sponsoring the 9-minute fill-up. Nico, Ethan, have a great Saturday night. We wish you nothing but the best, and sure you guys are going to put on a great performance, and looking forward to seeing Bronco and Sean as well. Again, it's Brawl in the Burgh 28, put on by 247 Fighting Championships, and it's this Saturday night. Again, if you want tickets, if you want to go, you're going to have to hustle to get those tickets because they may be sold out. But that about does it for today. Everybody remember, I don't know if you guys know the 2 rules. Nico might know the 2 rules from back in the day, Little League. Remember, 2 rules: have fun and always try your best. So those are the 2 rules. Make sure we follow those. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 for the 9-minute fill-up. Ethan, Nico, have a great weekend. Get some wins. 4-0. 4-0.
Yes, sir.
4-0. All right.